Are you average? How do you compare financially to others? Let's find out. What's up everyone, my name is Joris. Welcome back to my finance channel. How much money do you have? And I'm not talking about the money that is in your wallet right now. I'm not talking about the money that is in your bank account or your savings account. I am talking about your financial net worth, which covers your liquid money and all invested money as well. We are talking about cash money, money on bank accounts, money invested in stocks, ETFs, funds, bonds, insurance products, and so on. If we then add up all these financial products, those posts, we as Belgians combined own 1.478 trillion euros, where the largest financial posts are savings accounts, investment accounts, and insurance accounts. Since Belgium has 11,521,000 inhabitants, that is an average of 128,305 euros per person. If we then subtract all minors, we are left with 8,955,000 people, 8,955,000 adults. I understand minors will also have some sort of savings, but I'm pretty sure we can leave them out of the equation here. Kids and students, for that matter, don't have any income, so their only savings is originated from part-time jobs, student jobs, or donations from friends, family members and parents. All in all, it's not really worth taking them into account here. So if we only look at the adults, 1.478 trillion euros divided over 8,955,000 people, that gives us an average of 165,000 euros. But that's only the financial assets. We haven't taken into account any liabilities. A total of 320 billion euros outstanding for all Belgians, the lion's share being the outstanding capital on mortgages, for a value of 264 billion euros. If we then again look at the adult population, because in most cases minors cannot take out any loans, we end up with an average debt of 35,750 euros per person, of which 29,500 euros is mortgage debt. Having calculated both assets and liabilities, we can then easily calculate the net worth of the average Belgian. 1,478 billion euros in financial assets and 320 billion euros in liabilities translates to 1,158 billion in net worth, or 129,300 euros per adult. That is quite a lot, but we have to take into account one big problem, that the wealth in Belgium is not equally distributed. While the average is 129,300 euros, the mean is totally different. Only 1 in 3 Belgians owns more than this 129,300 euros in financial assets. As you know, financial assets are not the only assets you can own. You can also have real estate assets, your own place of residence or your rental properties. This value is calculated by taking the market value of your property and then subtracting any outstanding mortgage loans. So gross worth minus the mortgages to be paid to the bank is your equity in your real estate portfolio. The net real estate value in Belgium is 185,250 euros per person, if we only take into account all adults. Belgians are said to have a brick in the stomach, so we have a lot of homeowners. At least 70% of all Belgians own the place they live in, and at least 20% have multiple properties. Again, here the wealth distribution is very skewed. One third of the Belgians own over 50% of the wealth. Averages like this are always very tricky. Not every Belgian has 129,300 euros in financial assets and 185,250 euros in real estate value. The averages get skewed by a select few multimillionaires that have exponentially more than the average. If you look at the wealth distribution here in Belgium, the bottom 50% of inhabitants only own just about 16% of all value, while the top 10% own nearly 50% of all wealth. In Flanders, 1 in 10 or 10% lives at the risk of poverty. In Belgium as a whole, this number even increases to around 15%. So don't put too much weight in averages, but it is a nice tool to gauge where you are. So That being said, let's then tally up everything so we can easily compare where you're at. The average adult Belgian resident has 129,300 euros in financial assets and 185,250 euros in real estate assets. That is a total of 314,550 euros in net worth. Again, on average. But now it is your turn. Add up all your financial assets, all your bank accounts, your stock investments, your funds, your ETFs, your bonds, your insurances, and so on. And then subtract all your outstanding debt, your mortgage loans, your private loans, and so on. For a lot of people, this number will be negative. In your early life, you will have a huge outstanding mortgage loan compared to your limited financial assets. But over time, this balance will shift. For example, if you have used all your money to buy an apartment and you only have 25,000 euros left on your savings account, well, your financial assets are 25,000 euros and they're 25,000 euros positive. And for example, if you bought an apartment of 250,000 euros and you would be negative 250,000 euros, that's your mortgage loan. That is a net financial assets of minus 225,000 euros. But on the other hand, if you bought a house or an apartment, your real estate assets will be positive. Take the value of your property and then subtract all outstanding mortgage loans on the property, and that is your real estate net value. In this example, in the first month, that would be a break even. You have 250,000 euros in net worth in the property and a mortgage loan of 250,000 euros. Together, that's zero. But over time, your mortgage gets paid off and your property is also gaining in value, so the number will continue to grow over time. Apart from mortgage debt, in Belgium there is not much outstanding debt at all, while in other countries this is not always the case. So now you have calculated your own financial assets and your real estate asset number. How do you compare to the average? Don't post it down in the comments if you do not want to. Keep it anonymous. I don't need to know your numbers. But what do you think? Did you think that the average Belgian would be richer, or the opposite? Did you expect more? Let me know in the comments below what you think. If the average Belgian adult owns 314,550 euros in net assets, do you think that is enough to retire on? We do have a good social system for the elder and the sick, but I'm pretty sure that it's still quite limited to live off of once you are retired. Especially since the real estate value of your own property won't make you any money over time. It only provides you a free place to stay, which in itself has a value as well. If you like videos like this, please let me know in the comments below and leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel and share the channel with a friend. Let's break this finance taboo and let's start talking about finances. I thank you very much for watching, and until next time.